Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Festus. If it's your first time you are coming across this channel, please go ahead and subscribe, and you're going to learn more about Australia and survival skills and tactics if you are planning to come to Australia. In today's video, we're going to discuss about some of the things that you can be allowed to bring into Australia and what are some of the things that you cannot bring into the country. Australia is one very strict country. I'm gonna tell you that for sure, especially when it comes to biosecurity, procedures. They are very strict, and the reason is to prevent any introduction of pests and diseases into the country. So if you are planning to come to Australia, these are some of the things that you need to be aware, so that you don't land into problems, because failure to follow the laid down procedures, it can land you into trouble and into problems, and you don't want that one to happen when you are just arriving into Australia. So in this video, we will look some of the things or the items that can be allowed into the country without necessarily declaring them, and what can be brought but you need to declare them, and what cannot be brought into Australia. So let's start with some of the things that you can bring into Australia and you don't need to declare them. When I talk about declaring them, when you are about to land into Australia, you always be issued with incoming passenger declaration card, and that is the card that you need to declare anything that you need to tell the biosecurity officer that I have come with this thing. It may not be allowed, but this is what I have come with, and so that they can check in their system whether you can be allowed to come with it. So, but I will tackle that when we come to the things that you can declare when you are coming to Australia. Let's start with the things that you can freely come with and you don't need to indicate you carrying them. And these are simple things. For example, anything that is commercially prepared and packaged and you are carrying it for personal use. For example, you can talk about chocolates. Those are commercially prepared and packaged, but if you are carrying them for personal use, you don't need to declare it. Another thing is like tea. Most people carry tea bags because they are well packaged. They should not be opened, and it can be all kinds of tea bags. They are allowed. And coffee, many people carry coffee. If you are coming from a country and you like the coffee that you take, you can also be allowed to come with it, and you basically don't need to tell anybody that I'm carrying coffee. Other things include like cosmetics, juice and drinks, but juice and drinks must not require that to be refrigerated. So if you are carrying fresh juice, no, that may not be allowed. And you also allowed your cosmetics. If you are carrying liquids and aerosols and gels like shampoo and air stuff, make sure any liquid or gel is not exceeding 100 milliliters or 100 grams, and then you should put them in clear plastic bag, because the officer has to see them. Before we jump to the other point, if you have been watching my videos and you have not subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe. Remember to comment and share with your friends, as many as you can think of, and that's how you ensure this channel grows, because when you comment, when you share, YouTube obviously recommends the video and the channel to many people, and that's how you help me to grow. So thank you very much for subscribing. The next category of goods that you can bring into Australia are those ones that you need to declare. And basically these are things like prescription medication. So if you have medication, you need to have a prescription from the doctor. Anything that is not prescribed may not be allowed to be brought in. But things like painkillers, of course, you don't need a prescription from the doctor, but of course you need to have a limit. You can't carry, like 5 boxes of Panadol and stuff like that. The other thing is the duty-free goods, but you don't need to go beyond your duty-free limit. For adults it's $900, and for kids goods ranging roughly $450. So roughly that is the range. You don't need to go beyond that. The other things are seeds. If you are carrying seeds, you need to declare them, and then biosecurity officer will like check them in the system, and if they are permitted species, then you'll be allowed to bring them in. If you are carrying cash, like over 10,000 Australian dollars, you need to declare the cash. There's no limit for how much you can bring to Australia in terms of cash, but anything above 10,000 you need to declare it. Finally, let's look some of the things that you are not allowed to bring into Australia. First, don't bring fresh fruits, things like apples, mandarin, orange, any fresh fruits. They are not allowed in Australia. As I said earlier, that biosecurity procedures are very strict in Australia, and so they always do this to prevent any introduction of pets and diseases in the country. So don't carry any fresh fruits. Another thing is don't bring in cooked food. The food that you prepared by yourself, please don't bring it in, or the food that you have been eating in the plane, please don't bring them in. You can dispose them in the bin just before you get into the airport, because they will not be allowed. Other things include live plants like flowers. They are not allowed for obvious reasons, pests and diseases. And another thing is the weapons. So weapons are not allowed in Australia. Make sure you pack all your bags by yourself. Make sure you know what is in there. Make sure you have no shoes that have any particles of soil, because it's not allowed. It is that strict. And so if you are in doubt and you don't know what to declare and you are not sure, just declare it. Don't be sorry, because if you don't declare, the consequences can be huge. They can be costly, because you can be prosecuted for criminal offense, or your visa can be cancelled, and you might be refused entry into Australia in the future, or after you've stayed away for a number of years. So you don't want that one to happen to you. So don't be sorry, just declare it. So we've come to the end of today's video. So I hope now you are aware of what you need to know about the things that might be allowed in Australia, or those you cannot come with. And so I hope this video will help you. It will help other people that so please keep sharing, keep subscribing, keep putting a comment there. Let me know what you think about this video and some of other things that you want me to cover, and I'm going to prepare those videos for you. And till next time, guys, keep safe. I will see you again in my next video.